I read this book called The Startup Nation, right? I don't know if you've read that book, but it talked about, this was like 15 years ago, it talked about how Israel is such a tiny country, so powerful, and talked about like they're 1% of the world's population, but half the billionaires, right? It talked all this stuff. And then one thing that they said, success leaves clues. We say that a lot on the LFG show. One thing they tied it to, out of many things, was that they had this system where you don't go straight from high school into college. You had to spend 2 years compulsory in the military, right, to serve. And I thought that was pretty interesting. And I thought you develop like national pride doing that. You develop skills, and then you go off and do whatever you're going to do. So I'll start there. I mean, you think America should do something like that? Or what do you think about the whole system? Yeah.
100%. Absolutely. It bothers me to my core when I witness Americans that make me feel as though they don't appreciate this amazing country. You can look on YouTube any day and witness a young person wearing probably over $1,000 worth of gear, clothes, handbags, or fancy wallets, iPhones, but they're complaining about how their voice is being suppressed in the United States of America, or they're being discriminated against and held back. And so they're clearly winning, but they're complaining that they're not winning. And I think that's because they don't have contrast. They don't have perspective. So they should earn the right to complain about their country, the amazing country that they live in, by going out and serving the country for a couple of years. So if you want to go and do 2 to 4 years in the military and then come back and complain about your own country, that's fine. You've earned the right to do that. But until you've served, I think that you should keep your mouth shut